So we're ready to move on to the next step. I'm going to have you take your cursor and put it in the text box right here that has photo editing fun. Put your pointer right there and then just double click at the end so that you get the flashing cursor. After you do that, we're going to open up Inspector. So go here to your toolbar, click on Inspector, and you'll see that we have a pop-up box. So each one of these, if you'll put your cursor, your pointer on each icon, it'll tell you what it does. That's the document inspector, the layout inspector, a wrap inspector, the text inspector, and the graphic inspector. The graphics inspector is the one that we want to highlight, so we're going to click on it. All right, and then once we have that highlighted, you'll see here below that you'll have a fill tool. You're going to click, this has a drop down box. We're going to do the color fill, and then once we do that, we're going to double click on this box here. This is going to allow us to choose a color to fill the text box. So you can choose the different layouts the way you want to choose a color, but for this activity I'm going to ask that you stick with the crayons. When you click on Inspector, if this area is missing, this little bubble right here, if you click on it, it will make those choices appear. I'm going to choose red. So what has happened, the text box has now been filled with the color red. I'm going to click on the next text box, okay, and I'm going to have to exit out of this because since I'm no longer working in this, it's going to require that I go back and choose again, color fill, and because I had chosen red before, it just automatically changes. I'm going to go to my next text box, do the same thing, and there you go. I have all three of these text boxes filled with color red. Now I'm also going to change, I really want my font to pop, so I'm going to change that by highlighting, click and drag, and if I come right up here and put my pointer, you'll see that first I have my font, so I can choose a choice of font. On that drop down I can choose the different font styles. We're going to ignore this section for now. I can go to the font size and choose any size that I want, and we have this set on 36. Next, I have my font color. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to choose white. Now, do you see that faint red line? That is if you click on that, that means there is no color that's going to appear. It's just going to be clear. So we want white. Now, after I click on it, I can click outside of the text box. See how much easier that is to read? So I'm going to do the same thing for the other two text boxes. Okay, now on this text box, we're going to leave it just as it is. All right, I want to just have that easy for the teacher as she grades it. Okay, looks like we have everything filled in for our text box. Everything's looking really good. Great job, boys and girls.